We have been tripping over how good the absolute superheroes look, but have you ever thought about how good the absolute villains look? We are about to see Ra's al Ghul, the de facto leader of the Lazarus Corporation, who legit owns half of the world, beat the brakes off the would-be assassins who came to take his head. This is Absolute Superman. And like I said, these guys pulled up the Ra's al Ghul looking to end his reign. But I can tell you 100% that these guys did not do their research, because the way he manhandled each and every one of them was scary. Like a grown man fighting kindergartners, bruh. He was in a meeting and he still said, "Hey guys, welcome to today's meeting," over the comms. He was killing a man and he was in a meeting. How do you do that? Except they already knew. Matter of fact, he spoke to them like he was their homies. "Hey guys, I want you to listen to something. Listen to this prick dying," as he crushed his skull in his hand. He wasn't even done. There were multiple assassins in this room, but he was the CEO. He had to act like it. He had to still fight and give the speech at the same time. He went into talking about the Bible, the origin of the world, Lazarus, how it was from a man who believed in God, the Son of God. And he said, "Wow, that's iconic," while boiling an assassin in the Lazarus pit, or rather a Lazarus pit. It was too freaking funny. And the second he grabbed a hold of a blade, it was over. He was splitting suckers in half for no reason. I mean, they tried to kill him, so there was a reason, but still, it was very violent. And the most violent part, well, it came after, because after dispatching all the assassins, he was talking about the future of his company, how Brainiac has pushed the company forward, how he is looking to do more, way more. And it was sad because he didn't have an heir. He was holding a child and he was talking about an heir. He walked over to the balcony like it was cool, just another Friday night. I thought to myself, Vandal Savage will never do this, right? Well, he did. With no question, no pause, and all he said was, "Yeah, Lazarus Company is great. Lazarus Company is hope." This was freaking insane, especially because the headquarters of Lazarus was in Metropolis. Now, while this was happening, Superman, Kal-El, went to visit his adopted mother. Martha was in a bad way, and we didn't see Jonathan, so I'm assuming he was dead. Superman, or rather Kal-El, was recounting his adventures around the world. He went to multiple seas and he brought back multiple shells for her. But the second she woke up, she didn't even recognize who the fuck this kid was. "Hey, John, there's a weird kid in my room. Someone help." He took off instantly. And while he was mourning on the street, thinking about the life he lost, he was tired of being followed. "Come out. Do you not have shame?" I said, "No. Fuck off." Jimmy was trying to defend himself, but he wasn't done. He looked into the shadows and saw Lois. "I'm talking to you too." She said, "Boy, I'm sorry. I know how important this city is to you, but I promise I came here alone. I'm Lois Lane." But he didn't give a damn. Neither did Jimmy, because Jimmy wasn't buying the sauce. Don't listen to her. She is evil. Her company is evil. I do not give a fuck if you do not work with me, but don't work with her. She said, "Boy, don't play with me. You're wearing a terrorist mask. The Omega Men are the cancer." But midway through their discussion, they didn't notice their tail was gone. She screamed, "Please come back. Please, I know the good deeds you've done." She started telling stories as if she didn't just read about them today. But again, he stayed behind in the shadows and decided to listen, maybe trying to decide if he could trust her. But Jimmy spoiled everything again. "Nah, don't trust this bitch. Her company just killed so many Iraqis for no reason. They are evil." As soon as he heard this, Kal-El must have realized they would never stop. So he decided to intervene. "Your Peacemaker, Smith. I'm only here because of him, so he could stop killing folks." But he didn't even finish his statement before he felt it in his chest. Pure A-grade kryptonite. And it burned. He was weak. Why the fuck was he weak? Lois screamed, "Sniper, where's the shooter?" But Jimmy wasn't buying it. "It was your people that shot him." And surprisingly, it really was. These folks were dropping from halos like Black Ops, and Jimmy was about to take off Lois Lane's head. She said, "Stop. We need to take care of him. If we don't, he will be captured. Help me. Help him. Alright?" And he agreed. They took him to somewhere where he could hide, and the Peacemakers just started the hunt. They started tracking with their leader, Smith, who has now been augmented with Brainiac technology. He kinda looks like Parasite / Bizarro / whatever the fuck he is, but he looked dangerous as shit, and everyone around him was proud. They said he did the right thing. This brother killed innocents because of PTSD, and he did the right thing? Fuck out of my face. They hunted and Kal was literally trying to heal. Soul was doing everything she could to remove the bullet. It was deep, and mind you, the bullets hurt the AI as well. But you see, Jimmy and Lois were still fighting until who was right, who was to blame. Their hero was literally dying and they were arguing. Sadly, they got found even by the Peacemakers quickly, and Smith, well, he wanted Superman. He wanted Kal-El, the man who beat his ass. He was going to return the favor. He attacked with all of his might, and he had a lot of might. Every punch drew blood. You could say the kryptonite, but he still fought back. Regardless though, with all of his strikes, I don't think he knew how to fight. This guy knew how to fight. He knew how to strike. He knew where to strike. He knew how hard to strike. Superman was there trying to blow cold breeze into his face, but he stopped him with another punch. He was about to crush his skull until Lois stopped him. You monster. Men, I'm going to need you to arrest this prick. He's a murderer. But they were never going to do that. The citizens of Smallville, they just sought to protect their city, protect the peace, and Peacemaker respected it. Nice. He only went ballistic when one of his men tried to tell him what to do. You do not tell me how to keep the peace, worm. Yeah, you the worm, because the big dog had woken up. Kal-El was armored up, with Soul providing him with all the solar energy he would need. It felt like bullets. Something was hitting Smith, and it was a lot. Matter of fact, all the Peacemakers were down. Come to find out, in 30 seconds, Kal had punched him 1,000 times. And even with such power, such brute strength, he was being merciful. The Peacemaker knew this. All this strength, and you're still a bitch. Check this out. Kal tried to punch him again, but the Peacemaker pulled out a piece, and this piece had kryptonite. Every bullet caused harm. Every bullet drew his armor apart. He needed help. He needed saving. And the only person who could save him at this moment was Brainiac. You forget your place, Smith. You are a dog, a tool. Remember your purpose. The Kryptonian is to be brought to me, alive. Sadly, he was not going to be alive for long. He asked for help at this moment, but not from Lois, from Jimmy. His trust was for him, not her. You have a way to keep him safe? He said, of course I do. She said, do it. And he did. I'm going to need a boom. And the boom came from that portal. A literal army poured out. The Omega Men do not play. Get the doctors ready. Move, move, move. Lois thought she could ride with them, but nah, you stay here. You not one of us. And besides, I fucking hate you. This is Primus, and we return with the Superman. Get the medbay ready as she cut down every single person who thought they stood a chance against her. Before she just left, she was badass, and Lois Lane was left behind. Worse off, she was surrounded by her own men. She fucked up by helping the enemy, and now she was going to pay.